Welcome, everybody, to another week of Hardin Local Live. Glad to see you here,
What's up,
as
man?
usual. How's it going, everybody?
What's up, Phil?
What's up? We got Scott. Say hey, Scott. We got John
Hey, hey,
and Nate.
What's up?
Hey.
Just enjoying another day in paradise.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, we do have a new system set up here. You can scan that QR code. It'll take you to our link tree that'll allow you to complete a checklist and follow our other accounts. So make sure you take the time to do that. And we've also created a new TikTok account. So make sure you add that as well. I'm getting with the 21st century, I guess.
There you go.
There we go. Anywho, Scott, what you got for us this afternoon?
Let's see. As far as tech going on, it may not affect us locally, but I do see another company is cutting their job force due to AI. And that company just happens to be Amazon. They just published something earlier today about it. So as far as the details, it's just, AI just replaced a lot of the mundane daily tasks. And, it's always unfortunate, when anybody loses a job, regardless of what it is. But with AI, it kind of stings a little bit more to where a robot is doing something that a human being can do. But unfortunately, in the tech world, it's about, bottom line profits. And that's just with any type of company. So just be aware if you do a job or have a skill or career, just add an additional skill. If you're concerned about AI, just, add an additional skill or just learn how to use AI in your business so that it doesn't replace. But other than that, that's about it going on in the tech world. There's a lot of other things, but,
Yeah, I just want to make a reminder to anybody that hasn't seen our videos from last week, specifically the ones with Officer Thomas, where we talked about some cybersecurity issues. Highly suggest you go check those out. We'll get them. They're on our main page, but there's also, I think if you go to the Reels section, I put them all as Reels, so you should be able to find them pretty easily. But we're going to go ahead and get on with our next segment, which will be local business news with Nathaniel Bray.
Yeah, so starting off,
Brian,
I went to the
not
mall.
Bray, sorry.
You can call me whatever you want. Brian, Bryant. Like people, sometimes it's kind of funny where like I'll go to a hotel, especially. They're like, okay, last name. I'm like, Brian. They're like, I said last name. And I said, yeah, I said Brian, like Kobe without the T. Or, my famous cousin Luke, who sings. I mean, there's a couple famous Brians out there. There's one that ran for president. I don't think it's that weird of a last name. Like, anybody with a last name Nathaniel, they're like, no. It's like, well, it's probably Brian then. But I've gotten used to that. It's okay. I'm sure John's had his last name spelled without the O or with a Y instead of a E or whatever. So, or an A. So we're used to it by now. But so I went to the mall. It's still Town Mall for now. I went to that over the weekend. It will eventually be City Center once all the completions are fixed. But that's the first time I had been in probably a few weeks. And I saw all the changes. So if you go through the new temporary mall entrance by Bill's, you can still get into like the main corridor. And right when you come in, American Eagle is there. They've got a nice, fantastic store set up. And I've been told this is temporary because they're going to move again. So they put a lot of money into that. I think somebody said they may be there for about a year because I think everything's final in 2026. So they're going to be there for quite a while. So they moved from the other side. And I think it looks fantastic. And if you go over a little bit over to E-Town Comics on the other side is Victoria's Secret. They've moved too. Obviously, they didn't put as much money into that, but as like if you're going to move too, like I'm sure as business owners, if you knew that this was just temporary, I wouldn't be spending thousands of dollars to cuten this place up. So people questioned me about that and said, I don't blame them for that. This is just temporary. I've been told that once the renovations are complete, they're going to get a huge, bigger store. It's going to include the pink brand. So we'll have the Victoria's Secret, I guess, kind of like Louisville does. So they're going to come out better in the long run. And then if you go over to the food court, which I was shocked, and you saw the eyebrow threading has replaced Sam's Gyro spot. I mean, you could see they overhauled that thing. They put in new glass, new doors, took out the counter. So they're staying for now, and I don't know if this is going to be a permanent spot for them or not. I haven't been told that. So these are just temporary changes so they can get started on construction on what I would say is the other side, where they're going to basically split the mall into 2 different buildings to allow a lot of exterior entrances. I think we're going to end up with at least 4 new restaurants, from what I've been told, maybe more. Lots more awnings, lots more benches outside. And as someone who's lived here in Hardin County my entire life, and I've seen the heyday of the mall, I'm sure people remember like the arcade and Corn Dog and the cookie place. I'm sure a lot of us have good memories of either hanging with friends or dates or buying video games there or buying books, magazines, whatever it is. And I'm excited to see what the mall does. I'm glad to see Tim Allbox, a local who's, compared to the other companies that have owned the mall, he's spending millions to fix this thing. So I'm excited, and I want to see. And I'm not. Some people say, "Well, I like the interior walkways." That's cool if you only shop when it rains or snows. But the mall was never built to appease the mall walkers and the kids on the playground. You don't make money that way. The mall wasn't working in the last, I'd say, 25 years or so. I don't know what you all think, but I'm very excited for the mall changes.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Can't wait to see it when it's done.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't know if we're still gonna get the giant golden horse statue with the fountains, but because obviously renderings always change. But 2026, we should start seeing a lot more continuity with what the finished product's going to look like. Moving on, obviously we had some heavy rain the last few days, and I think we're supposed to get some more today. But Pennington Properties showed an update on Facebook of the flooding that they did, and that building just got renovated, I think, within at least easily the last 3 years, maybe even 2. So it's not like you didn't have somebody who didn't know what they were doing when it comes to water and flooding. I mean, he's a developer, but when you get that much rain in that amount of time, let me back up here. You get that much rain in that amount of time, we're just not built for it. Like, you could have put $10 million into fixing the sewers and the drainage and the pipes, and everybody's gonna have issues. Luckily, he said they're kind of back to normal by now. So, but I know a lot of downtown had issues. John, did you all see anything over on your all's end?
Yeah, we had a lot of flooding down here in this area. The pretty much Dixie was just up to the curb and above the curb of water, just running down through here.
Wow.
So hopefully tonight doesn't cause more of that issue. But I will say between Saturday and Sunday, it dropped off quite a bit. So it seemed like the drains were doing their jobs. Just nobody is meant for that much rain. I'm like, I've been at Disney when it just monsoons and your feet are covered, but it's not like Disney doesn't know what they're doing. It's just nobody's meant for that. Something else I saw on Facebook and then drove by, a Sprinkled Sweet Cakery, which was near, I'd say Pizza Hut out by Olive Garden is probably the best way to describe it. They have recently closed their doors. They'd only been open maybe a year or two. They had great Instagram cakes and candies to pose with. And when I went in there, I was very impressed. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a personal issue, financial issue, what it was, but they've closed down. So there goes another dessert place. Hopefully they can land on their feet and either do it out of their home or maybe come back with brick and mortar, or maybe somebody else takes it, because they're the ones that replaced Homemade Pie and Ice Cream Kitchen, if people remember that. So that's happened. And then new barbecue. I know that I live off 210 in Hardin County, and I know people miss Arrowhead Barbecue in LaRue County. Well, a new place, let me pull them back up real fast. It's called Jackson Legacy Barbecue. I Facebooked about it. They're at the corner of 61 and 84. It's supposed to have pulled pork, all the other stuff. So I guess that'll definitely fill a need for not only LaRue County, but the people on the south end of Hardin County, where I could be in Hodgeville in 10 minutes. It takes me about probably 20 to get to the mall. I could be in Hodgeville in 10. So places like that, people on the south end, Glendale, Sonora, 210, we're going to go there. So I'm excited to see. I told them I'd stop by one of these days and try them out. So that's very exciting. And then still working on what's going to happen with Nicely's. John, I'm sure you've heard some rumors about what's going to go there, but that'll be announced pretty soon. That's a Todd Davis property. I believe Eton Swim and Fitness Center will be changing hands or to some aspect of that. That should be finalized in the next month or two. Over at Lincoln Center, you've got the spot that next to Toasted Yolk that has been empty since the building opened, I believed. They're about to, that will be filled by the end of 2025, as I've been told. And then they have those brand new 2 buildings that have gone up. I think building 3 on the other side of like Nuts About Coffee, that's pretty much full. They're starting to take people moving in, and that side building that's a little bit smaller. I don't know what the plan is for that. I don't know if it's a restaurant. I don't know if it's going to be what it's going to be, but that'll be different. So lots of stuff coming up.
Great.
Yeah.
I was wondering also if there was anything that the community can do to support businesses that were recovering from that flooding,
I
or
would
how we
say
could figure that out.
just go in and go ask or Facebook them, ask if they need shop vacs, if they need people to bring in towels, if you need maybe a replacement thing, or just give them business. I know usually whenever stuff floods, West Point has been known to that. Brandenburg's been known to that. Just give them business back, because when you're shut down for that long, you lose a lot of money, you lose a lot of time. So just going back and just show them that you're just there for them, I think is probably the biggest thing you can do.
And that new barbecue spot, you said it's open already?
I believe so. It said grand opening, but they didn't give the date. But I'm assuming that they're open because they said come try us out. It's at the corner of 61 and 84. If you're familiar with that area, I haven't been out there yet, but it looks like they were open. So I'm assuming they'll be open this weekend.
All right. Well, that's a great update.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
We'll move on to event updates with John.
Hey, so we got a lot of stuff going on this week and then weekend. Today we've got the food truck roundup at Thurman's Landing in Sonora, so that's always a fun little thing to do. Thurman's Landing is a beautiful location, beautiful venue for weddings and things like that, but also just the food truck roundup. They've got Ladora's Sweet Treats, Bussin' Bites, which again, I did not get my corn dog last week. They sold out at the Tavern in the Garden. I need a corn dog from them. It's been 1 week since I haven't had a corn dog from them. I haven't had one yet, but I need one.
Hey, we're going on 2 weeks now, aren't we?
Well, it's been since actually. So it was Springfest at Creekside. So it's been a long time. I cannot catch a corn dog with them. And Nate mentioned the corn dog shop at the mall. That just reminds me how much I like corn dogs and the fresh dipped corn dogs. Snow dogs are also out there. All these dogs. Pala Pala Pacific Island Grill, which is an amazing food truck. They go to Flywheel and sell out there almost every time they're there. They got some really good pork belly dishes. They got chicken as well, beef dishes also come with like rice, a side of the cucumber salad or the kimchi. It's super good, and they sell out almost every time, I think. And Roundstone Barbecue will be out there. So those nice little roundabout things that's there. If you don't like one thing, you can try something else. So yeah, that's a fun time. That's tonight, weather permitting, obviously. Hopefully it doesn't just downpour on them, but till it's there, they're going to be doing that 4 to 7 tonight. Tomorrow is a full day. As it is summertime, we've got the Tavern in the Garden. They've got who is it? The Hack Project. I have not heard them, but I think they played at D's Butts last week, maybe. But they're playing there. We also have the third Thursday Dog Days of Summer at BBT, where pretty much we give proceeds to the Friends of Hardin County Animal Shelter. So come in. They got merch to buy. We got drinks to sell, and again, proceeds will go to that to help out the Hardin County Animal Shelter. And then also after that, karaoke with DJ Jimmy at BBT is happening on Thursday. Sing your heart out. Be a rock star. What's your all's favorite karaoke song? You guys got a go-to?
I tried karaoke once on a Royal cruise like last year, and I was so bad. Like the tempo didn't match up at all. So we had these ladies with us. They were like they were 5 sisters, all in like their 60s or 70s. And then we saw every time we went on an excursion, they tend to be there. So we called them the Fun Girls. And we were talking, and one of the excursions, they said, "What y'all do last night?" And then Courtney said, "Well, Nate tried karaoke. It was bad." And they're like, "Yeah, we know." So, Courtney got video of it. I hope it never goes public. So I tried it once. It's not going to happen again. I tried Summer of '69. It was just so awful.
How popular is that event? The karaoke at BBT.
Pretty popular. Pretty popular. We used to do it on Sunday nights, but Thursday seems to be hitting a lot better. So we've been doing it on that, and it kind of pairs well with the dog stuff is early, and then kind of just moves into that karaoke with Jimmy, and carries us through the night.
Good.
Also on Friday we got a fish fry at the American Legion, 5:30 to 8:30. That's always a good deal they got out there. The dinner out there, they do a breakfast every once in a while too, but that fish fry is outstanding. It's summertime, time to do a fish fry.
Love me some good catfish.
It's good to support our veteran led events. And
yes, speaking of also Fort Knox, so up on Fort Knox now, they got the Splash in the Summer event this Saturday from 5 to 7:30. There's gonna be bounce houses, the little ice that you can put your flavors on, the Kona ice, a little games for the kids. So that's a good little fun family event that you can do. And then the big event on Friday, I think, is the micro wrestling. The big event. It is the big event. Is the micro wrestling out at the fairgrounds in Glendale. If you've never seen the micro wrestling, it's a fun event. It's a lot of show. It's a lot of fun times. They're out of Pigeon Forge down in Tennessee, but they tour around. And usually they're at D's Butts, but they're at Glendale this time. Like I said, at the fairgrounds, and they have I think 2 single matches, so you'll see 2 one-on-one matches, and then a micro brawl, and then a micro rumble as well, which is a fun time. Have you all ever been to any of those events?
I haven't been, but I was supposed to go last year. Something came up, but everybody tells me they're hilarious.
Yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun time, you get pictures and autographs and things afterwards. They got a lot of merch to buy. And I think that's always been, anybody that tours, the merch is where they make the money. They don't make the money on people showing up. They make the money on that merch. And that's a good way to support them and help them keep going on with those things that they're doing. And I don't know if Michael Jackson's going to be there, but he's usually a big hit. Does a big like Michael Jackson. I don't know if I can say actual Michael Jackson, but Micro Jackson. He does some good songs from the '80s, I should say. How about that?
Good. That's good.
Great.
Saturday. I don't know if you found the peach in your life, but they got the peach truck. We'll be down at the Rural King. Always super fresh peaches, tasty, straight out of hopefully Georgia. That's the only place I like my peaches out of. Although I think that Alabama produces more peaches than Georgia. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's always known as Georgia peaches, right?
I hope they have millions of peaches.
What?
But I hope they have millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
For you. Yeah, peaches for you. Yeah. We've also got the summer swap going on at the Hard Knocks games at 11 a.m. So if you like toys like memorabilia, cards, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sure I'm missing Magic, all these things. Go out there. Somebody might have something you want. You might have something they might want, and do a little barter, a little trade. Have fun in your community. It's a good way to get together and kind of maybe meet somebody else new that you don't know in the area that shares that passion that you have for that. And then downtown on Saturday, 2 to 8. It's the Bark Crawl downtown. So we started on Thursday. It's going to continue on Saturday. Bounce around. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on downtown. Different places have different things going on. All the proceeds going to the animal shelter. We're trying to make sure they have enough money to take care of the pups and cats out there.
I got my dog from the animal shelter. I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago because we had a lab and we knew he was going to be put down. He had a huge tumor, so we got this other dog, a mountain cur, which I didn't even know was a thing.
No, I never heard of that.
Neither had we. I've heard 40 different dog brands. And when we got him, he was very docile. And but it turns out they're hunting dogs. They're very good hunters. They're very good hunting dogs. I mean, they'd be perfect for duck hunt. But this guy, he's stolen our hearts. He loves people. He loves to lay on people. He sleeps between my legs when I get home every night. He loves covers. He loves bones. Not very good at fetch. He'll go get it, but he ain't giving it back. But when we lost our other dog, he's filled a role and a need, and he loves us, and we love him. And on the animal shelter, I think my wife had gotten the other dog from there too. So they've been great when it comes to picking out pets and fur babies for us.
For sure.
Do you know which bars are going to be part of the crawl?
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure Cavern Club, BBT, JR Neighbors, Impel Azaries, Hub Hoss is then part of it, I believe. Yeah, pretty much everybody downtown bounce around to each one of the spots, find out what they got going on. If you go to the Facebook page of theirs, it'll have the exact list of all the times that they're doing things as well, and which spots have which things. I think they were trying to do a art show in Cavern Club again, but I don't think it panned out. On the Elizabethtown art movement page, I'm on that page as well, and I think they were trying to do something, but I don't know if they got enough people to sign up for it or not. But I do know that down in Cavern Club, they've got some new paintings from local artist Dick McLaughlin, who is amazing painter. If you've ever been in Vibe, all those are his paintings. They're outstanding, and that's all that they have in Vibe is his paintings.
Yes,
they
he's
love
great,
them
dude.
there.
I grew up with his son Luke. We were
Nice,
real good
yeah,
friends, and
yeah.
growing
He's
up,
out in Oxford
and
now.
yeah, and yeah, his paintings are great. I definitely suggest checking
To
them out.
touch on two things, John, you just mentioned Hub House. I saw a post. I think Nick's two daughters are launching some sort of dog treat thing this
Okay,
weekend during the crawl. I saw that on Facebook today,
okay,
and maybe buy one for our puppy. And the E-Town Art Movement. I know that when it's grown and grown and grown. I think somebody asked me a few months ago, maybe just weeks, to help promote it, and I know that it's become a huge thing, and people are finding each other. I saw a business needed a painting and said, "Hey, reach out to them." They found somebody that could do it for them. So it's a way to showcase yourself as well as give back to a business that, hey, let's brighten this up. So I think that's been great for the community.
definitely. And I will. This is an early promotion, but Dick and I are going to have a art show at Flywheel at the beginning of August. That will go through August. That'll hang the whole month, but that's to come. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that later.
We can post an event on Hardin Local for that, or co-host, like, not, put it up there so people know it's coming.
Yeah, for sure. And then one last thing, on Sunday they got the 2025 annual garden tour by the Garden Club. It's 1 to 5 p.m. So that'll be a fun little time.
Where's that at?
Brown Pusey, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. We have a comment here, Nathan, over you from Danny O'Brien. He's saying no sugar-free watermelon slushies from QT are great. Thanks for the recommendation.
That's hilarious because I was on my way home last night. I mean, I work in Shepherdsville, so I'm getting gas like twice a week. And I stopped by QT last night and got the slushie, and my wife saw it this morning. She's like, quick trip again. I said, probably like the fifth one I've had already. But yeah, they're great. You get them large. You even put in a little, like the domed lid for extra, but it's like $2.75 or something for a super extra large. So it does the job. It's the only sugar-free flavor they've got. Like I may have to give myself a shot and do the banana one. It's a banana. I've heard banana one's awesome, but could do damage to my blood sugar. But it's supposedly really good. So that may be the next one I do.
Great. So did want to go back to the bark crawl downtown and just make sure that we highlight it, which we already have, but just as a reminder, that'll be downtown bar crawl Saturday 2 to 8 p.m. And how does it support the local charity?
Each of the businesses, I think, are giving a percentage. I know that's what we do at BBT, give a percentage of our sales to the shelter.
Okay. Great. Well, that's the thing.
drink responsibly.
That's it. Exactly. We're going to watch you too, but make sure you watch yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think we've covered everything. I don't see any other comments right now. Anybody else have anything they wanted to add before we drop off?
I do want to add, I did see something, I can post something later, but I think summer camps are starting. And the 4-H is, I think that's registration this coming week, and same with a basketball camp. I'll put some more information on the page, but those two things are coming up. And then there is something I did see last minute, Clean Good Eats in Radcliffe. They're holding an event Saturday for like a couples cooking type of class. So if you're out and about Radcliffe, you want to learn how to cook, or you just want to cook with your partner, that seems to be a great way to do it. I'll put the time on there. Or you can just go on Facebook like you are now and just kind of look up Clean Good Eats, and you'll be able to see what they have this weekend. But that's all I have.
Great.
I've got two. Sorry for the short notice, but I saw Malibu Jacks posted tomorrow during Juneteenth is all their stuff that's usually $8 each, like mini golf, go-karts, is going to be $5. So if you're wanting to spend some time with the family and save a little bit of money on stuff, I guess that's probably what, 37.5% off if my math from 1999 calculus is correct. Without looking it up. So I think that's a good deal. And I think Saturday there was a big Juneteenth celebration at North Hardin High School, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look that one back up. But I know that there's Radcliffe's having a Juneteenth celebration up there.
I think that was last weekend. I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, last weekend.
Oh,
Yep.
Are there any other Juneteenth celebrations for Friday in E-Town?
I haven't seen any other ones for it's tomorrow, right? Yep, 19th.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, not Friday. Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I hadn't seen any other. Like I said, I know that North Hardin did that. Radcliffe did that one like the week early, but yeah, nothing else that I've seen locally.
Well, happy Juneteenth to everybody there tomorrow. Be safe out there.
That's another reminder. Since that the observance will be held tomorrow, so there'll be some places closed.
Yep.
For anybody that is out and about, why are they closed? They're closing for that.
It's a federal holiday, right? So
yeah.
So like the post office, stuff like that. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining.
Yep,
thank you.
Stay in the know, Hardin County. We'll be back next week. And just a reminder to scan this QR code up here in the top corner, or just go to hardinlocal.com and complete the checklist. Here, let me fix that for you. Now do it. Now do it. There you go.
And if you're not watching this from our group, make sure you go to Hardin Local and the group section and join the group, because we'll also be sharing updates from there as well.
Yes. All right. Y'all have a good day.
Yep. Peace out,
Thank you all.